There are whispers in the wind, aren't there? A restless current beneath the surface of everyday life. You feel it, don't you? That persistent, unignorable nudge that insists there's more. More to you. More to what you were put on this earth to achieve. It's a silent, gnawing question in the quiet hours, a flicker of dissatisfaction in the glow of the screen, a longing that no fleeting pleasure or temporary distraction can truly quell. It's the echo of a forgotten truth, a primordial instinct for greatness that stirs within the very bedrock of your being. For too long, we've been lulled by the siren song of the ordinary, taught to accept the comfortable cage of convention. We've chased external markers of success, mistaking the shadow for the substance, the costume for the true self. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, never intended for you to be merely a passenger in your own life, a spectator to the unfolding drama of others' triumphs. You are the architect, the sculptor, the master of your own destiny, even if you've forgotten the blueprint, even if your tools lie dormant and covered in the dust of disuse. This isn't another fleeting trend, another feel-good mantra whispered into the void. This is an excavation, a journey into the very heart of what makes human potential limitless. We're not talking about minor adjustments here, small tweaks to a faulty machine. We're talking about a radical upgrade, a fundamental re-engineering of your internal operating system. Because the truth, the profound, earth-shattering truth, is that true enduring success isn't something you get, it's something you become. Every empire, every invention, every monumental shift in human history began not in the grand halls of power, but in the silent, fertile ground of a single mind. Before the first brick was laid for the pyramids, before the first brush stroke graced the Sistine Chapel, before the first spark ignited the filament of Edison's bulb, there was an unwavering thought, a conviction, a mindset that defied the limits of the known world. Consider the Titan Andrew Carnegie, born into poverty, a bobbin boy in a textile mill. He could have easily accepted his lot. The world then offered precious few ladders for ascent. But Carnegie didn't see walls. He saw possibilities. He cultivated a mindset of relentless learning, of audacious ambition, of a belief in the infinite returns of intelligent effort. He didn't just work hard, he thought differently. He understood that the greatest asset he possessed wasn't his meager wages, but the boundless, unplumbed depths of his own mind. He forged an inner kingdom of principle and purpose, and from that internal foundation, an external empire of steel arose, transforming the very landscape of a nation. Your mind is not merely a receptacle for information, it is a forge, a crucible where the raw ore of experience is transformed into the gleaming steel of destiny. If you fill it with doubt, with limitation, with the insidious poison of external negativity, then what you produce will be brittle, prone to fracture. But if you fill it with the fiery determination of your highest aspirations, with the unwavering belief in your inherent capacity, then you are forging a weapon, a tool, an instrument of creation so powerful it can bend reality to its will. This isn't esoteric philosophy, it's fundamental truth. The neural pathways in your brain are not fixed, they are dynamic, constantly reshaping themselves based on the thoughts you choose to entertain. Every fear you harbor, every excuse you embrace carves a deeper groove in your subconscious. But so too does every courageous thought, every bold affirmation, every unwavering vision of your future self. You are literally rewiring your brain moment by moment, decision by decision. Are you building a prison, or are you constructing a launch pad? The choice is yours and the clock is ticking. The noise of the world outside, the clamor of comparison, the constant barrage of what you lack or what you should be doing, these are but distractions. Your true work begins within, in the silence, in the deliberate act of curating the very thoughts that form the fabric of your reality. Discard the mental clutter, the self-defeating narratives. Embrace the sovereign power of your mind, the ultimate control center of your existence. This is where mastery truly begins. Beyond mindset, deeper still, lies the bedrock of belief. Not a fleeting hope, not a wish whispered on the wind, but a deep, visceral conviction that permeates every fiber of your being. This is the faith that moved mountains for generations, not just literally, but figuratively. This is the certainty that propelled the Wright brothers not just to dream of flight, but to build wings that defied gravity, even as the world scoffed and mocked their folly. They didn't just think they could fly, they believed it with an intensity that bordered on madness to the uninitiated. Belief is the oxygen for your dreams. Without it, even the most brilliant idea, the most meticulously crafted plan, will suffocate and die. It's the invisible force that transforms desire into reality, effort into achievement. It's the quiet whisper in the darkest hour that tells you to keep going, even when every external signal screams surrender. Think of Walt Disney, dismissed as lacking imagination, told he couldn't draw, his early ventures crumbling around him. What sustained him through bankruptcy, through ridicule, through the colossal undertaking of building an entirely new art form, an entirely new world? It was an unshakable belief in the magic he sought to create, a conviction so profound it transcended the immediate, often brutal realities he faced. He didn't just build an amusement park. He built an empire on the foundation of belief, proving that if you can dream it and if you can believe it with every fiber of your soul, you can achieve it. But here's the crucial distinction. Belief isn't passive. It's an active, ongoing cultivation. It requires rigorous self-examination. What limiting beliefs are you unknowingly clinging to? What inherited narratives of scarcity or inadequacy are silently sabotaging your ascent? These are the chains you must identify and break, the invisible weights you must shed. You cannot simply wish them away. You must actively replace them. Just as a gardener roots out weeds to allow the flowers to flourish, you must actively uproot the weeds of doubt and cultivate the vibrant blossoms of self-trust and audacious possibility. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about shaping it. It's about understanding that your reality is, in large part, a reflection of your dominant thoughts and beliefs. If you truly believe you are destined for mediocrity, then mediocrity will be your constant companion. If you believe with every fiber of your being that you are capable of extraordinary achievement, then the universe will conspire to open pathways you never even imagined. This is the unwritten law, the silent agreement between your will and the cosmic forces that govern all creation. It's a powerful, almost terrifying responsibility, but within it lies your ultimate freedom. Once the fertile ground of your mind is tilled and the seeds of belief are sown, what comes next is the blinding brilliance of clarity. Not a vague notion, not a nebulous wish, but a crystal clear, vivid, unyielding image of what you intend to achieve. This is where most falter. They dabble in desires, they flirt with aspirations, but they never commit to the precise contours of their ultimate destination. Imagine a master sculptor with a block of marble. If they approach it with a vague idea of something beautiful, what emerges will be formless, indistinct. But if they see in their mind's eye every curve, every sinew, every shadow of the masterpiece within, then every strike of the chisel, every careful stroke is purposeful, guided by an unwavering vision. Abraham Lincoln, facing the impossible task of preserving a fractured nation, did not operate in a haze of uncertainty. He held a profound, almost spiritual clarity on the Union's purpose, its survival, and eventually the moral imperative of emancipation. His vision was so unyielding, so profoundly clear, that it became a beacon through the darkest nights of civil war, guiding a nation towards its destiny. He understood that a leader, and indeed any individual striving for significant impact, must possess an unwavering inner compass, illuminated by the precise destination they intend to reach. Clarity is the compass and the map. Without it, you are a ship adrift, tossed by every passing current, chasing mirages on the horizon. With it, every action becomes intentional, every decision a deliberate step towards your ultimate aim. This means more than just a goal. It means understanding the why behind the goal. What will it feel like? What will it look like? What will it do for you? And more importantly, for others. Paint the picture in excruciating detail. See it, feel it, taste it. Immerse yourself in the reality of its achievement. This process demands solitude. It demands introspection. It demands a ruthless honesty with yourself about what you truly desire, stripped of societal expectations, stripped of limiting assumptions. Shut out the noise. Silence the critics, especially the one in your own head. Look deep within and unearth the gem of your true ambition. Then polish it until it gleams with undeniable brilliance. When you achieve this level of clarity, your path forward, no matter how daunting, will begin to reveal itself with astonishing precision. The universe conspires with a mind that knows exactly what it wants. It's not enough to simply want something. You must know it deeply and implicitly down to the granular detail. This clarity acts like a powerful magnet, pulling opportunities, resources, and insights directly into your orbit. It's the difference between sketching a vague idea and drawing a precise blueprint, each line contributing to the inevitable construction. With clarity as your guide, you then move to the realm of vision. Vision is clarity expanded, imbued with emotion and purpose, a living, breathing blueprint of your unwritten future. It's not just what you want, but who you must become to achieve it. It's the grand narrative you are writing for your life, block by block, scene by scene. Think of Henry Ford. When he envisioned a car for the common man, it wasn't just a sketch on paper. He saw the assembly line, the standardized parts, the workers, the vast factories, the millions of families transformed by accessible transportation. He saw the future in vivid, almost tactile detail, at a time when automobiles were curiosities for the wealthy elite. His vision was so compelling, so meticulously detailed in his mind, that it compelled him to innovate, to defy conventions, to push past countless failures and skeptics who declared his dream impossible. He didn't just build a car. He built an industry, a societal shift from the sheer power of his vision. Your vision is your North Star, your guiding light in the darkest nights of doubt and struggle. It must be so compelling, so emotionally charged, that it pulls you forward even when inertia tries to drag you back. It must be bigger than you, serving a purpose that transcends personal gain, for true, enduring vision always has an element of contribution, of upliftment, woven into its fabric. What dent do you intend to make in the universe? What legacy do you wish to leave? These are the questions that forge a truly powerful vision. This vision isn't static. It evolves, it deepens, it becomes more refined as you grow. But its core essence, its driving purpose, must remain steadfast. Dedicate time, sacred time, to cultivate this vision. Close your eyes and don't just imagine your success. Experience it. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, see the faces of those you've impacted. Anchor yourself in this future reality. Because the human mind, when given a clear and compelling vision, is an astonishingly powerful manifesting engine. It will instinctively seek out the pathways, the opportunities, the connections necessary to bring that vision to fruition. Without a grand vision, you are merely reacting to life. With it, you are actively creating it. This is the difference between drifting and commanding the sails of your own ship, flowing inextricably from vision, and indeed giving it its deepest meaning is purpose. This is not merely what you do, but why you exist. It's the burning ember at the core of your being, the reason you rise each morning, the internal fire that keeps you warm through the coldest nights of adversity. Without purpose, even the grandest vision can feel hollow, fleeting, unsustainable. Think of Viktor Frankl, a man who endured the unspeakable horrors of concentration camps during World War II. Stripped of everything, his family, his dignity, his freedom, he observed that those who survived were not necessarily the strongest or the healthiest, but those who clung to a sense of purpose. Whether it was the hope of reuniting with loved ones, the desire to finish a book, or the need to bear witness to the atrocities, purpose gave them an unyielding reason to persist, to find meaning even in suffering. Frankl's own purpose became to teach the world about finding meaning in life, a testament to the power of a core drive that transcends all external circumstances. Your purpose is your unique contribution to the symphony of existence. It's the intersection of your deepest passions, your greatest talents, and the world's greatest needs. It's the answer to the question, what am I truly meant to do with this precious life? This isn't a question to be answered lightly, but one to be wrestled with, explored, and continually refined. It's a journey, not a destination. When you align yourself with your true purpose, A profound shift occurs. Work no longer feels like drudgery. It becomes a sacred calling. Challenges are not insurmountable obstacles. They are opportunities to demonstrate your commitment. Exhaustion is replaced by an inexhaustible wellspring of energy, fueled by the knowledge that you are living in alignment with your authentic self. The world outside may rage, but within you, there is an unshakable calm, a profound sense of rightness. This alignment is not a luxury. It is a fundamental requirement for sustainable, profound success. Without purpose, even the most ambitious pursuits become brittle, susceptible to the winds of fleeting desire and external validation. With it, you become an unstoppable force of nature. With your mindset forged, your beliefs unwavering, your clarity shining, your vision etched, and your purpose burning, you then arrive at the unforgiving, yet utterly indispensable realm of discipline. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where dreams transcend wishes and become concrete realities. Discipline is not punishment. It is the ultimate act of self-love, the consistent, unwavering commitment to your highest self, even when the lower self yearns for comfort and ease. Consider the meticulous habits of someone like Benjamin Franklin. He meticulously planned his days, tracked his virtues, engaged in deliberate self-improvement with a rigor that is astonishing even today. He understood that greatness wasn't a sudden explosion, but the accumulated result of consistent, small, purposeful actions. His discipline in self-mastery, in learning, in contributing, laid the foundation for his revolutionary ideas and his monumental impact on a fledgling nation. He wasn't just a genius. He was a craftsman of his own character, honed by the relentless hammer of self-discipline. Discipline is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. It's the daily sacrifice of instant gratification for lasting fulfillment. It's getting up when you don't feel like it. It's doing the difficult, unglamorous work when no one is watching. It's the unwavering commitment to your routines, your standards, your non-negotiables, even when temptation whispers alluringly in your ear. It's the courage to say no to distractions and yes to your destiny. In a world drowning in instant gratification, where every swipe and click promises dopamine hits, discipline stands as a defiant monument to true power. It's the muscle you build through consistent exertion, the internal fortitude that allows you to weather any storm, to push through any barrier. Without discipline, your grandest plans remain mere fantasies, dissolving like smoke in the winds of procrastination and inertia. With it, you become an unstoppable engine of progress, carving your path through the wilderness of possibility. It's the quiet, often lonely work that separates the dreamers from the doers, the wishers from the winners. Embrace it. It will be the most valuable currency you possess. From discipline, inevitably, flows action. This is the ultimate crucible, the testing ground where all your carefully cultivated internal states are put to the fiery test of reality. It's not enough to think, to believe, to plan. You must do. The world rewards movement, not intention. Think of Thomas Edison. He didn't just conceptualize the light bulb. He pursued it with a relentless, almost maniacal commitment to action. 10,000 attempts, they say, before he found the right filament. 10,000 failures, dismissed as mere data points on the path to success. Imagine the sheer volume of doing involved in those attempts. Each one was an action, a trial, a lesson learned. He didn't lament. He didn't theorize endlessly. He acted again and again with an unyielding conviction that every single effort, successful or not, moved him closer to his goal. His laboratory was not a place of quiet contemplation, but a furnace of incessant activity. Action is the language of achievement. It's the translation of thought into tangible results. It's the bridge between the internal world of vision and the external world of manifestation. Procrastination is the thief of dreams, silently eroding your potential, whispering comfortable lies until opportunities wither and die. You can have the most brilliant mind, the most profound beliefs, the clearest vision, but without consistent, courageous action, they remain abstract ideals, shimmering mirages in the desert of unfulfilled potential. Embrace imperfect action over perfect inaction. The critical thing is to start, to take that first daunting step, to commit to the process, not just the outcome. Each small action builds momentum, creates a ripple effect, and opens doors you couldn't have seen from a standstill. The fear of failure is a powerful paralyzer. But remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary stepping stone on the path to it. Every misstep, every stumble, every setback is a feedback mechanism, a lesson in disguise, pushing you closer to the winning formula. The greatest regret is not failing, but never having dared to try. So rise, move, initiate. Let your actions speak louder than any words, any doubts, any fears. This is the ultimate declaration of your sovereignty, your commitment to your own mastery. But the path of action is rarely a straight line. Life is dynamic, unpredictable, a swirling vortex of change. And so true mastery demands adaptability. It's the capacity to pivot, to adjust, to learn from unforeseen circumstances, and to continue moving forward even when the landscape shifts beneath your feet. Consider the remarkable story of Steve Jobs. After being famously ousted from Apple, the very company he co-founded, he could have retreated, succumbed to bitterness. Instead, he adapted. He founded Next, invested in Pixar, and through those experiences gained new insights, new skills, a deeper understanding of technology and creative industries. When he returned to Apple years later, it was a more mature, more adaptable, and ultimately, a more visionary Jobs who spearheaded the company's legendary resurgence. His journey wasn't a linear ascent. It was a testament to the power of embracing change, learning from setbacks, and recalibrating the course when necessary. Adaptability isn't about abandoning your vision. It's about finding new pathways to its realization. It's about being flexible in your methods while rigid in your resolve. The world is an ever-evolving ecosystem. What worked yesterday may not work today. The strategies that brought you initial success may become obsolete tomorrow. Those who cling rigidly to outdated methods, to fixed ideas, are destined to be left behind, ossified monuments to a past that no longer exists. Cultivate a learner's mindset. Be open to new information, new perspectives, new technologies. Embrace experimentation. See every challenge not as a roadblock, but as an invitation to innovate, to discover a more elegant solution, a more effective approach. The greatest discoveries, the most revolutionary breakthroughs, often emerge from moments of crisis, from the necessity of adaptation. This isn't weakness. It's profound strength, the ultimate form of strategic intelligence. The ability to flow like water, to adjust your form to the container while maintaining your essence, is the mark of a true master. It's how you not only survive, but thrive in an increasingly complex and unpredictable world. And what happens when, despite your best efforts, despite your clarity, your action, and your adaptability, you encounter setbacks? When the inevitable storms of life rage, this is where resilience enters the arena, the unyielding refusal to be broken, the inner furnace that transforms adversity into fuel. Think of Abraham Lincoln again. His life a relentless barrage of personal tragedies, political defeats, and public ridicule long before his presidency. He lost loved ones, failed in business, lost multiple elections. Each time he could have given up. But he possessed an inner resilience, a profound mental toughness that allowed him to absorb the blows, learn from the pain, and stand back up, stronger and more determined than before. His very character was forged in the fires of adversity, making him capable of enduring the immense pressures of leading a nation through its darkest hour. Resilience is not the absence of pain or struggle. It is the capacity to endure it, to process it, and to emerge from it, not diminished, but expanded. It's the unwavering belief that you possess the inner resources to overcome any obstacle, no matter how formidable. It's the understanding that failure is not an end, but a beginning of fresh opportunity to learn, to grow, to pivot, and to attack the problem with renewed vigor. Cultivate your resilience by acknowledging setbacks, allowing yourself to feel the disappointment, but refusing to dwell in it. Analyze what went wrong, extract the lesson, and then pivot your energy towards the next action. Develop a strong support system, mentors, friends, family, who can offer perspective and encouragement. Most importantly, Cultivate a deep, unshakable faith in yourself and your purpose. When your roots are deep in your purpose, the strongest winds of adversity cannot uproot you. Resilience is not merely about bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward, transformed by the experience, imbued with new wisdom and an even greater resolve. It is the bedrock of sustained achievement, the silent vow you make to yourself that you will never, ever give up on your ultimate upgrade. The journey of mastery is an endless expedition, and its primary fuel is learning. Not just formal education, but a lifelong, insatiable curiosity, a commitment to continuous self-improvement, and an openness to new knowledge from every source imaginable. The moment you believe you know it all, you cease to grow. Consider the remarkable intellectual curiosity of someone like Leonardo da Vinci. He wasn't just a painter. He was a scientist, an engineer, an anatomist, a philosopher. He studied everything, from the flight of birds to the human circulatory system, constantly observing, questioning, experimenting. His notebooks are a testament to a mind perpetually engaged in the act of learning, absorbing information from diverse fields, and synthesizing it into revolutionary insights. His greatness wasn't just in his artistic genius, but in his relentless pursuit of knowledge across all disciplines. In today's rapidly accelerating world, where information is abundant and change is constant, a commitment to lifelong learning is not a luxury. It is a fundamental survival skill. The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace. New technologies emerge, industries transform, and established paradigms crumble. Those who remain stagnant, clinging to outdated knowledge and fixed perspectives, will inevitably be left behind. Cultivate a voracious appetite for knowledge. Read widely, listen intently, seek out new experiences, and engage in challenging conversations. View every interaction as an opportunity to learn. Embrace discomfort, for it is often in the unfamiliar that the deepest lessons reside. Don't be afraid to question your assumptions, to dismantle your own preconceived notions, and to rebuild your understanding based on new insights. Remember, the true mark of intelligence is not how much you know, but how effectively you can learn, unlearn, and relearn. This continuous absorption and application of new wisdom is the very engine of progress, ensuring that you remain relevant, agile, and endlessly capable of reaching new heights. Amidst the relentless pursuit, the disciplined action, and the continuous learning, there lies a silent yet immensely powerful force: gratitude. It is not merely a polite acknowledgement. It is a profound philosophical stance, an emotional frequency that amplifies abundance and transforms your perception of reality. Consider the profound impact of Viktor Frankl once more. Even in the depths of unimaginable suffering, he found moments of gratitude for a kind word, for a piece of bread, for the fleeting beauty of a sunset. This wasn't naive optimism. It was a deliberate act of choosing to see the good, to acknowledge the light, even when surrounded by darkness. This profound sense of gratitude, he argued, was a key component in finding meaning and retaining hope. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. It transforms scarcity into sufficiency, challenges into opportunities, and fear into faith. When you are grateful, you operate from a place of fullness, not emptiness. This positive, energetic frequency attracts more of what you desire into your life, not through magic, but through a fundamental shift in your perception and action. When you appreciate what you have, you are more likely to take care of it, to leverage it, and to attract more of it. Cultivate a daily practice of gratitude. Begin and end your days by acknowledging the blessings large and small in your life. Write them down, speak them aloud, feel them deeply. This isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about consciously choosing to empower yourself by focusing on what is right and what is possible, rather than dwelling on what is wrong or what is missing. Gratitude is the ultimate mindset amplifier, transforming your internal landscape into a garden of limitless potential. It is the silent yet profoundly effective method of recalibrating your entire being to attract and receive the ultimate success you are destined for. It ensures that your victories are not merely external achievements, but deeply felt blessings, enriching not just your life, but the lives of all those around you. In the relentless pursuit of individual mastery, It's easy to fall into the trap of isolation. But true, enduring success is rarely, if ever, achieved in a vacuum. It is amplified, accelerated, and made more meaningful through collaboration. The greatest achievements of humanity are not solitary monuments, but symphonies orchestrated by many hands, many minds united by a common vision. Think of the vast intellectual engine behind the Manhattan Project, a dark purpose perhaps, but a stunning testament to the power of collective genius. Or, on a brighter note, the collective brilliance behind the space race, culminating in men walking on the moon. No single individual, no matter how brilliant, could have accomplished these feats alone. They required the coordinated effort of thousands, each contributing their unique expertise, their individual mastery, towards a shared monumental goal. This is the power of the mastermind principle that Napoleon Hill so profoundly illuminated. Collaboration is not about diminishing your individual contribution. It's about magnifying your collective impact. It's about recognizing that your strengths are amplified when combined with the strengths of others, and your weaknesses are mitigated by their complementary talents. It's about building a network of trusted advisors, mentors, and peers who can offer different perspectives, challenge your assumptions, and provide invaluable support. Cultivate a spirit of generosity and reciprocity. Be willing to share your knowledge, to offer your support, and to celebrate the success of others. Seek out individuals whose strengths complement your own, whose values align with yours, and whose ambitions resonate with your vision. Build bridges, not walls. Engage in courageous conversations where ideas are challenged, but respect is paramount. The greatest achievements often arise from the friction of diverse ideas, polished and refined through collaborative effort. In a world increasingly interconnected, the ability to build and leverage powerful alliances is not just an advantage. It is a fundamental requirement for reaching the pinnacle of any endeavor. You are not meant to walk this path alone. The greatest upgrades are often realized in concert with others, a collective crescendo of human potential. And finally, as you climb the peaks of your own ultimate upgrade, you will discover that the true, enduring essence of success lies not in what you accumulate, but in what you contribute. The deepest fulfillment, the most profound meaning comes from pouring your gifts, your talents, your hard-won wisdom back into the world, leaving it a better place than you found it. Consider figures like George Washington Carver, who could have hoarded his scientific knowledge for personal gain, but instead dedicated his life to empowering impoverished farmers, teaching them sustainable practices that transformed their livelihoods. Or Mother Teresa, who built an empire of compassion through selfless service to the most vulnerable. Their legacies are not measured in wealth or power, but in the immeasurable impact they had on countless lives, a ripple effect that continues to resonate through generations. Contribution is the highest form of self-actualization. It is the natural overflowing of a life lived with purpose, vision, and discipline. It is the realization that your ultimate success is inextricably linked to the upliftment of others. When you give, you do not diminish, you expand. When you serve, you do not deplete. You replenish your own wellspring of joy and meaning. This doesn't necessarily mean grand philanthropic gestures, though it can. It can be as simple as mentoring someone, sharing your expertise, creating something beautiful that inspires, or building a product or service that genuinely solves a problem for others. It is about understanding that your unique talents and abilities are not just for your own benefit, but are meant to be shared, to be leveraged for the greater good. Cultivate a spirit of service. Ask yourself, how can I make a positive difference with what I have and who I am? Let this question guide your actions, your decisions, and your relationships. The ultimate upgrade is not a destination of solitary triumph, but a journey of collective elevation. It is the profound understanding that your success finds its most profound meaning when it becomes a catalyst for the success and betterment of others. This is the true measure of a life well lived, a legacy that echoes through eternity. So, here you stand on the precipice of your own becoming. You have glimpsed the hidden machinery of mastery, the timeless principles that have elevated ordinary individuals to extraordinary heights. You have stared into the forge of mindset, witnessed the unseen architect of belief, felt the piercing light of clarity, charted the grand blueprint of vision, and unearthed the unyielding core of purpose. You have acknowledged the silent, disciplined architect of consistent action, embraced the fluid wisdom of adaptability, fortified yourself with unbreakable resilience, committed to the infinite fuel of learning, amplified your reality with profound gratitude, recognized the power of shared success through collaboration, and understood that your ultimate legacy lies in the generous act of contribution. This is not a casual invitation. It is a solemn declaration, a summons to awaken the dormant titan within, a call to step into the fullness of your potential, to reclaim the sovereign power that has always been yours. The world does not need more followers. It needs more leaders. It does not need more passive observers. It needs more courageous creators. It does not need more excuses. It needs more audacious action. The path ahead will not always be easy. There will be doubts. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when the magnitude of your ambition feels overwhelming, when the noise of the world threatens to drown out the quiet conviction of your heart. But remember this: you are not alone in this journey. The wisdom of generations, the triumphs of those who dared to defy the ordinary, echoes through time, guiding your every step. The choice is yours. Will you continue to drift, a leaf upon the currents of circumstance, buffeted by external forces? Or will you seize the helm of your own destiny, chart an audacious course, and become the master of your own voyage? Will you settle for a life defined by others' expectations, or will you unleash the boundless power of your own potential and sculpt a masterpiece of your own design? The ultimate upgrade is not an external acquisition. It is an internal revelation. It is the profound understanding that everything you need, every resource, every solution, every strength, already resides within you. It is the conscious decision to excavate that treasure, to polish that gem, and to unleash its radiant brilliance upon the world. The moment is now. The power is yours. The legacy awaits. Go forth and master yourself, for in mastering yourself, you master your world. And in mastering your world, you unlock the ultimate success you were always meant to achieve.